you accept the risks, meaning that, I mean, look at the Taliban. Ask the Taliban when the Taliban spoke about U.S. Marines. They said, we don't like to fight Marines. Why? Because when we shot at the Marines, they ran towards the guns. They came at us and they kept coming towards us till they found who shot them and killed them. And we got tired of running away and dying. Now the Marines suffered casualties because of that. That kind of aggression leads to casualties, but the Marines prevailed. That's how you win the battlefield, by being aggressive. The Israelis have removed aggression from that. Their forces are very passive. Plus, again, a Marine, 13 weeks of basic training, another dozen weeks of advanced individual training. Then you join the unit, your battalion. You're going to get 6 to 8 months of welcome aboard, then 6 more months of pre-deployment training, and then you're going to deploy. But when you deploy in that battalion, you may be the rookie, but you're surrounded by a unit with guys that have been in for 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years. Who've done multiple tours. So it's a very combat hardened unit, a combat capable unit. Your Israeli battalion is composed exclusively, with the exception of some NCOs and senior officers, of conscripts, guys that are in for 2.5 years. You can't be a good soldier in 2.5 years. You can't be. You can't. It can't happen. You can't be a good combat team in 2.5 years. And that's the entire Israeli military. Again, with the exception of some NCOs and some officers. Their average Israeli is a 18, 19, 20-year-old kid who, they aren't combat hardened. The Israelis are very technological. Their military isn't designed to, attract, the toughest and the roughest. Who's the smartest guy here? How can we outsmart the enemy? None of them want to die. Nobody wants to die, but none of them are out there saying, to the guns, to the guns, to the guns. That's why Hamas did so well against the Golani Brigade, the elite infantry unit, 13th and 51st Battalion, slapped around. These Israeli forces, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. They haven't been training to do the fighting that they've been doing. They don't spend a lot of time in the field wearing 70 pounds of personal protective gear. They don't run around, and they're not hard men. They're soft men. And they start to make mistakes. And you see a lot of these mistakes being made right now in Gaza. These guys aren't that good. You know who's good? Hamas, especially the frontline brigades or combat units. They're very good, very physically fit, motivated. There's a video making the rounds right now that looks to be accurate. It shows a 2-man anti-tank crew coming out of one of the tunnels, coming up, and he places an explosive device on the tank, not to destroy the tank,